Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here, author of Race Pimping, the Multi-Trillion-Dollar Business of Liberalism. But it's not all about race. Liberals will pimp anything. They, as they say, let no crisis go to waste. And that's exactly what we have here, is we have a crisis. This is Barack Obama presided over so many mass shootings. Nothing of this, this magnitude, because it's the biggest, supposedly, in our history. So I guess the first one was just got supplanted, was this one at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando where they targeted gays. And gays actually were afraid at this point because they were like, we see the Muslim issue that's going on in America. And so many of them, I don't know what percentage, but quite a few said, we understand this Donald Trump thing. When you stop thinking about with just your naughty bits and say, I'm a human being, you start looking at people trying to save your life. Saw a story the other day where in Germany, they have Muslim gangs that are going around hunting for gays to kill. And this lady was outraged over it. Well, now what do we got? We got people in America now going around hunting for country music lovers? I'm not trying to make light of this shooting. My heart goes out to these people. Serious business. But I'm just saying, if it turns out that this man, Stephen Paddock, is a convert to Islam and he shot these folks knowing that these are white people gathered together, he knew it'd be white folks. He didn't shoot up a Jay-Z concert or something like that, did he? Of course not. So, they were targeting white people. Is anybody going to speak up? Is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People going to take care of its white colored people? I doubt it. Because nobody cares. Look, this thing has all the trappings. 64-year-old white man shooting up something. Man, the left, when they were like, oh, Lord, it ain't a Muslim, they were salivating. Maybe this guy could be connected to Trump, the Tea Party, whatever. Tough to believe Tea Party people would go shoot up a country concert. So they don't know what to think. And I'm telling you, the guy's a Democrat. I believe that. I'll talk about it a little bit later. Right now, I want to talk about this leftist teacher and her tweet about this massacre. Essentially, she said, pray that only Trumptards die. Now, the good news here is that she does believe in God. Little g God. She's praying to something. See, this is what I love that this exposes about the left. There is never, you would never out of my mouth, and I believe out of yours, in any tragedy whatsoever would I say, I pray that only conservatives survive. Or I pray that only leftists, people who supported Barack Obama, would be killed. Said no true conservative ever. Not a Christian conservative. And I think that they're all, the numbers are, in other words, that nomenclature is the same. When you say conservative, for me, you're saying Christian conservative. I would never do that. Leftists do it all the time. See, because they pray to a little God. That could be the God of marijuana. It could be the God of meth. It could be the God of heroin. It could be the God of lust, envy, greed, you name it. But they have multiple gods. And this God apparently is discerning. They pray to a God that's willing to wipe out conservatives, Trumptards, as she put it. Hey, I don't care if she calls people Trumptards. I call them libturds all the time. But I would never pray that a libturd was killed under any circumstances. Not to my God with the big G. But this leftist teacher prayed for that on her now deleted Twitter account. And this is a tragedy that's claimed well over 50 lives. The body count well into the hundreds. Who knows where it ends up? Started out at 200, went to 400, went over 500. Who knows? I mean, the only thing we can know is if they give us a full accounting of the number of people there, they say it's 3,000 people, we know it won't get any higher than that. But the body count keeps going up, and it will go up because there are people in surgery who are going to be in surgery for a while. And these are people whose lives have been changed forever. I always say it's one thing to get shot and you're killed and people remember you. It's another when you get shot and you've had a life and that life is now over as you've seen it. Reminds me of my buddy Jay Redmond, who's got an amazing charity, Combat Warriors. You should check it out. It used to be called Wounded Wear. And Jay is a Navy SEAL, good-looking guy, Chippendale good looks, makes it through BUDS, gets deployed. He's a lieutenant, leading his squad, his SEAL team into harm's way. They get ambushed. Jay gets shot in the face, half his face ripped off, his left arm, and Jay is no longer the dude who he when he went to the military, this is the guy you didn't want to mess with. Now, Jay's not that same guy. And the thing is mentally he is. Mentally you will not defeat him. But he's no longer that guy physically. And he understands that. And I want you to think of what it took for him to have to make this career change. This is a guy going through airports and people looking at him thinking he got hit by a car. Which made him start the Wounded Wear, because he started wearing shirts that says, I'm a Navy SEAL. I got this way defending your life. Don't feel sorry for me. And then people started coming up shaking his hand. That's who that guy is. So there are people whose lives are going to be changed forever. But I mentioned that football player who was ducking and running out the casino when the shooting occurred during the Mayweather fight. Well, you know what the law enforcement officers and the ex-military were doing in Vegas? They were running to the gunfire. They were trying to figure out what was happening. When they couldn't do that, they were saving people, jumping in front of them. These are the people that the football players decided they were going to protest. And we'll get back to the football players in a bit. I just want you to understand, while football players hear gunshots and start ducking and running, when law enforcement and military hear gunshots, they start looking for people to help. And they will not take a knee during the national anthem. Let's just be clear about this. Anyway, this teacher, she tweets, her name is The Resistance, and she spells Resistance with the capital Ann, because her name is Ann, and then her name on Twitter, I guess, is Ann, she wouldn't put her last name, hashtag the resistance. And she tweeted on this tragedy. Lots of white Trump supporters in Las Vegas at Route 21 watching Jason Aldean pray Only Trumptards Died. Wow. And then the backlash started. The Columbia Bugle took a screenshot of this tweet before she had a chance to delete it. And not surprisingly, that's exactly what Ann, hashtag the resistance, did. Then she disabled her Twitter account. Unfortunately for her, people document this stuff. They keep up with it because, you know what? We're sick of it. Her graphic shows her. She's a grandmother. She's holding a little baby. Yeah, how cute. Ooh, she just seems like such an all-American, Midwestern, whatever, when in fact, that little quaint photo hides the demon behind that tweet. On her own Twitter page, she touted herself as teacher, mother, sister, woman. Easy to see, folks. She's a feminist. Vile human being. Didn't say daughter because that would imply she had a father. No, she's a teacher, a mother, a sister, and a woman. Good for her. Her tweets denote the language of a vile bottom feeder. And the loving and tolerant left always prove to you to be anything but. And the shooter, they say, he's not linked to terror groups and all that. This may very well be the dude who is a lone wolf killer. But to wish that this man had shot certain people, or that the people that he shot, only certain one of them died, I just find vile beyond belief. None of these people deserve to die. They all had issues because they're human beings. They have issues. And as much as I can detest the left and their political ideologies and the people that get hurt sometimes in the wake of it. I don't wish them to die. I wish them to go away. I'm going to do my part. I hope you will too, to help. But the fact that a teacher, folks, would wish death upon a crowd filled with men, women, and children is incomprehensible. It's like the James Hodgkinson, you know him, he's the guy that shot up the baseball game that put Scalise in the hospital. What was he doing? Hunting Republicans. I suspect this guy was hunting Republicans, hunting conservatives. That's why he attacked that concert. And this teacher, I want you to focus on this. This is a teacher, a person teaching your children, wants you dead.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.